Well, guys, I think we may have found the Switch Pro, but it isn't a Nintendo console. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Death Warrior here. Welcome back to another video. And yeah, I think we may have found the Switch Pro, but it wasn't made by Nintendo. No, it was not. It's actually kind of a PC. See, Nintendo screwed up. We asked them for a Switch Pro, and then we got not a Switch Pro, basically. I mean, it was alright, but it wasn't nowhere near what we kind of wanted from it, and this device definitely will be a game changer. It's a gaming beast. It's the most pro Switch we have, and it's definitely miles better than the Switch OLED. You know, the official Nintendo Switch Pro. I mean, it's not completely terrible, but I wouldn't buy it. That's just a minor hardware patch at best, a ripoff at worst. Basically, gamers were like, "Hey, yo, Nintendo, can we get a Switch Pro?" And Nintendo was like, "Huh? What? You know, a Nintendo Switch, but like upgraded? We only want two things: better processing and better graphics." So obviously, Nintendo, being Nintendo, was like,
We don't do that here.
Nah, we just messing with you. Here you go. So when we got the bare minimum Switch OLED, the gamers who just wanted two things, two simple features, were like, "Where are they?" So then Valve just comes in and is like,
"Fine. I'll do it myself."
So yeah, for me, the Switch OLED doesn't really offer much for me, as I mostly play docked. It basically just has Ethernet port and the extra 32 gigs, so you know the storage is doubled. But if I hop on Amazon here, I can actually see a 128 gigabyte card. I can get this 128 gig card and a whole USB hub over here. See, this is a whole USB hub. It has like 3 USB ports and an Ethernet port. They're both like $15. So if I just get those two things, then that only cost me $30, and that basically gets rid of any reason for me, well, you know, me. So if you have different reasons, that's okay. But like for me, this literally, there's no purpose in getting this, because I can just like get the parts I need online and save a couple bucks. I can get this adapter, and I can get the card, and also this 128 gigabyte card. That's like 4 times the amount of like a 32 gigabyte card, and all they're doing is upgrading it by 32 gigabytes. So I can get like 4 times that, and also an adapter that has like 4 times the amount of ports. I can get more for less. So just kind of, I have a minifigure here. But yeah, basically, there's like no reason for me to go ahead and get a Switch OLED. Maybe you have your own reasons. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any reasons, and I might be able to find cheaper alternatives for you. But it depends on what it is, because if I get the bigger screen, there's not really anything you can do about that. But anyways, it's just going to be cheaper for me to upgrade things that I need rather than upgrading the entire system itself. But the Steam Deck is a gaming beast. It has 16 gigs of RAM, a comfortable form factor, a replaceable OS, and it can output to 4K. And just to one up Nintendo by a little bit, like just by like 80 pixels. The screen is 800 instead of 720. Man, these just went up them by just a little bit. But they basically up them in every way. I really want to get this because me personally, I'm willing to get a PC because of the multi-function and power, but I'm not willing to play with a mouse and keyboard. So for me, this will be perfect, and I think a lot of people like me will probably also be getting this. And I can also see two other types of people using this. So first is A, people who want to get a gaming PC but can't afford or don't know how to build one. Or B, people who wanted a Switch Pro but thinks the Switch OLED sucks. So it's those type of people. The people who love the Switch and they wanted to get the upgraded version because they could barely run Zelda, and then they're like, oh, Nintendo's tripping. I'm just gonna go with this one instead. And then of course there is the people who wanted to get a gaming PC, but it's kind of expensive. I think I fall under both of those categories actually, because building a PC costs about $1,000 nowadays, and I'm 13 years old, so yeah, I blame the graphics card prices. Also, I wasn't satisfied with the Switch OLED, but I was still kind of considering getting it. As you can see, like even when I reacted to the trailer, I was still kind of impressed with it. Most of it was kind of just acting. I was just trying to act hype and stuff. And I think I drank too much coffee before that or something. But I was still willing and I was still open. But this thing came out. Yeah, forget the OLED, man. This Steam Deck, the $400 thing, is worth the extra $50. I mean, I know the regular Switch OLED is $350 and the Steam Deck is $400, but it's worth the extra $50 in my mind because what it offers is just way more. Hopefully, Nintendo learns their lesson when nobody buys their own console and everybody buys the Steam Deck, and actually makes a console that can run their own games without dipping to like 3 frames. I mean, if it was a third-party game, I can understand. But Hyrule Warrior, Nintendo's own game, a freaking Zelda game, can't even run at 30 frames. What? Nintendo, explain. Nintendo, your own game can't even run on your own system. The one opportunity you get to fix your own console and actually make it be able to run your own games, you go ahead and screw it up and end up fixing problems that nobody had a problem with. Well, except maybe the kickstand. That was crap. But there's only 2 things stopping the Steam Deck from killing the Switch OLED and gaining the title of the true Switch Pro. First one is a very simple one. The Joy-Cons don't come off. One of the biggest and coolest things about the Switch was how you could just take out the Joy-Cons and go play it on the kickstand, or you could play it with friends and you play it, this way. So problem number 2. This one's actually kind of bigger than all the other stuff. It is that the fact that it just doesn't play Nintendo games. You cannot play Nintendo games on the Steam Deck. It is a PC. Now, I think this problem will be alleviated in the future when, some people manage to give you access to Switch games, and probably also for free, so that'll be better value. But, of course, it's probably going to be a while because it will probably take them a long time to do all that stuff, and then it might get taken down, kind of like the Mario 64 port. So it's going to be very difficult, but I know somebody's going to do it. Somebody who has a dedication and stuff, probably be more of labor of love. And if they do it, then that's probably going to have a lot of people going over to the Steam Deck, but it might be a bit more obscure, so maybe not that many people know about it, and that will be the reason they don't get a Steam Deck. But as of right now, because things not released yet, but I still have to wait a while before I really make a judgment on what I think about it. But do I think it is the Switch Pro? Well, no. But do I think it's dope? Yes. But again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think this is dope or no? Do you think it's a Switch Pro or a Switch No? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm still really excited for this. I definitely will pick this over the Switch OLED. I just don't think it is the Switch Pro. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Because I think the only thing holding it back is the Nintendo games, and then the fact that the Joy-Cons can't come off.